everyone, welcome back to my channel. I haven't made a video in ages, like a really long time. I've just been mega busy, like trying to kickstart my performance career and just haven't got round to making a video. But some really big news has happened recently, which I'd like to address and want to make a video about. So for those of you who... Markiplier? That's why you don't hide PlayStation controllers under pillows while you're about to film a video. If you don't know, there's a very popular makeup brand in the US called Morphe, or also known as Morphe brushes. And they, on, my mind is telling me Tuesday. On Tuesday or Wednesday, I can't remember the exact date, I'll put it down below. And they announced that along with their American site, they are now having an additional UK and European site. So, which is really amazing because they're such a popular brand and so many beauty gurus, makeup artists, all these other professional people are able to use these products at, you know, at their own will. But for those of us in the UK, the only way we could get hold of any Morphe products would be through a company called Beauty Bay or a company called Cult Beauty, both of which are amazing companies. I've used them multiple times and are absolutely outstanding for customer service, for the products you can get, the selection, price point, really good, so I would recommend them. However, the downside would be if you did want to support any influencer, then you wouldn't be able to use their code for a slight discount. But however, now having the official Morphe site being available in the UK, this does mean that we are able to support, you know, the people who we want to support. We're all aware that different influencers who have a code, have a promotional code, coupon code, whatever you want to call it, they do get some commission out of us using the code to get money off. And for me personally, it's just really nice that we now have the option to not only buy directly and not have go through any third party, but we can also support influencers who we respect and want to help out at the end of the day. I thought I would do a really quick video talking about the ordering process and how it went for me buying a Morphe product, and I actually opted to buy the Morphe 39 Air Dare to Create palette. I can't remember off the top of my head exactly what it's called, but it's one of their new holiday limited edition collection eyeshadow palette items, talking rambling. But yeah, it's one of their new products. Really excited to use it. So yeah, let's get started with the video. You see, didn't really think this through because I need to tell you information, but I'm using my phone to film. My laptop's out of battery. So I'm going to try and remember everything off the top of my head. If anything is different, I will put like a text in the video below with a little asterisk saying like, no, it's this. On the Tuesday, I got an email in the evening, so it was like 4 or 5 o'clock-ish, from Morphe saying we now have a UK site. I went straight on and ordered the palette for myself. I did notice that if you spend £30 or more, you get free shipping. So with this palette being £32, I can't remember how much it retails for US. My mind's telling me it's $32, which means that you're paying more for what you're getting just for being in the UK, but I guess we do have to incorporate they're shipping the products from America to England for them to be available to us. All the prices do seem to be, for their other products, do seem to be very similar to what's available from Beauty Bay and Cult Beauty. And I think those of us who are in the UK are happy to pay those prices because that's what we were paying anyway. So we haven't really lost on anything other than we get to deal directly with the middleman and use the coupon codes to support influencers that we want to support. So while I quickly mentioned about the coupon codes, one thing I do want to mention in regards to the shipping is, so if you spend £30, you get free shipping. And this product is £32. Now by the time you take off the 10% discount, then brought the product down to below 30%, which meant that the free shipping didn't apply. So just a heads up, even with the discount, it still needs to be over the £30 limit to be eligible for free shipping. What I do also want to quickly note and tell you about is delivery times, orders, etc. like that. So I got the email on late Tuesday evening and made the purchase late Tuesday evening. Now on the shipping it did say it would take 1 to 2 business days if you're ordering after 2 PM that time. So obviously I ordered a lot later. It ended up arriving on the Thursday morning, So considering I'd ordered it late Tuesday, they probably would have been very busy, like with it being the first day to be able to order. The fact that it came Thursday morning, I think is absolutely brilliant. Really good shipping time, and it came quite well packaged. But we're going to delve into the box now to see if it's well packaged on the inside, because I know in the US people have been having issues of eyeshadows being broken when they've arrived, etc, etc. So I just want to see if the US handling does differ from the UK. And for those of you who do want to see the palette, we can have a little glimpse of what it looks like, the size, so you can see if it's something that you'd want to purchase yourself. So the product arrived in this box. As you can see, it is quite large, which is, I mean, I guess it's neither a good or bad thing. It is just a large box. I was a bit surprised. I am aware that the 39A is a slightly larger product in terms of size compared to the 35 palettes. I still, however, didn't expect it to be this big. I have already opened it because there's another product in there that I wanted to give to somebody. However, I haven't really looked properly at the internal packaging. I literally just picked it up from the top. So I thought we'd open it up and have a look at what's inside and how it kind of came. This is the box that I showed you a little bit earlier. So opening it up, this is how it is packaged inside. So I had the little, try and hide my address and things. So this is the little letter from Morphe if you do want to make returns, by the looks of it. And then this is how it was packaged. So considering the second item was an eyebrow brush, which is obviously quite small, this is a rather large box. I mean, quite a bit of room for movement in transit. But we'll get to the palette in just a second. But you can see it's got the bubble packaging at the bottom, not at the top, but at the bottom. So I guess it could be a little bit better, but it's better than nothing. I assume there's going to be bubble wrap around the actual individual product. So there you go, that's a little show of inside the box. And for those of you who did want to see, I'm now going to go into a bit more depth about the actual palette. I'm not going to do a tutorial or use the palette or swatches. I might do that, film that tomorrow and put it up later on in the week. Otherwise this video is just going to be too long. So this is the size of the palette. As you can see, it's, well, the packaging is quite large. Morphe's got brand new packaging. It seems that maybe they have new owners or something, I'm not too sure, but as you can see, 39A Dare to Create palette. I will quickly get a 35 palette. So this is my 35B. Now if you think if it was in the uni carton, you'd be able to see that, you know, this is considerably larger by having only another 4 eyeshadows. I'm now going to open it, which could be a bit exciting. Okay, so straight away, as soon as I've opened it, I've noticed that it is bubble wrapped on the inside. So the fact that they do put that little bit of extra protection in the box, I think is actually really good now that I look back. So pulling it out of the sleeve, here you go, this is the palette, and it seems to have the same, well, not same, but similar sort of packaging in terms of the Jaclyn Hill palette. Now, firstly, apologies for mine being so gross, but with the original 35 palettes, so for example, I've got the 35O and 35B. Now these are like plastic items when you have to, it's like, so it's good to have nails in this instant, just to open it up. And as you can see, it's kind of like plastic packaging, no mirror, very basic kind of packaging and styling. Obviously you've got your old school logo and stuff, whereas with the Jaclyn Hill palette, what they did this year is there's now a sort of cardboard, it's like a, yeah, it's cardboard rather than plastic, seems to be shut magnetically. So there you go, no mirror, just a cardboard component to hold the eyeshadows. There you go. So it seems that this new palette uses the same sort of concept as the Jaclyn Hill palette, with it being cardboard. I slightly opened it and the sheet came out. Oh, the plastic sheet actually has shade names on it, which we don't see for Morphe palettes, so that's quite interesting, something new. So if I open it up, yep, so straight away you can see very similar to the Jaclyn Hill palette in terms of no mirror but a little message, and there you have your shadows. Now, you've seen it properly before I have. Oh wow, these are stunning. These are beautiful. Oh, I'm like getting inspired just now. So what does it say? Be your own muse, we dare you. Oh, okay, you're trying to dare me. Okay, challenge accepted, my friend. So it seems like these colours in the middle are all transitional colours, and one thing I can see straight away that I'm really happy about is we've got these 3 darker ones. There are so many palettes where there are transition colours that, you know, are great for someone who's of lighter skin tone, but for someone like me, I think it's nice to see these transition colours or crease colours that I can use that aren't going to be either too light or just pure brown. These are like the nice in-betweens. I'm going to fill the different shades. So one that I'm drawn to straight away is this olive green. So I'll quickly swirl my finger in there. Really, really nice texture, feeling quite similar to Jaclyn Hill, and that is a matte. It's like an olivey green matte colour. I'll now try transition colour, and I'm kind of being drawn towards this one in the middle. I guess these could be used as blushes as well. Again, very nice, like orangey, not quite terracotta, but yeah, really nice shade. And I'll do a shimmer very quickly. I'm instantly drawn towards this dark navy blue colour. Let's go in with a shimmer. Actually, I'm going to change my mind. I know reds are quite hard to formulate, and they do have a shimmery red here, so I'm going to quickly dip my finger into that. Oh, okay. It doesn't seem to be shimmery. It looks shimmery in the pan. I don't know if my camera's going to pick that up because I'm using the front camera at the moment because the back one overheated. And then on my finger, you can see there is a sheen to it, but it's not so much a shimmer. Let's quickly put these colours across my wrist. So I'm going to start off with that red. Wow, that transfer is really, really good. Super pigmented, doesn't seem to be streaky. Let's go ahead with this olive colour. Okay, so as you can see, the fingerprint, you can kind of see how it is darker. One section as I pulled it down, that didn't really transfer through. That could be down to oil on my fingers and all sorts. So I will definitely have to try that out to see how it performs, because as we should be aware, finger swatches really shouldn't be taken as this is how it performs all the time, because it absolutely isn't. We'll go in with that sort of terracotta shade. I'm not sure it will show up on my skin tone, but I'm hoping it will. Oh, it does. There you go, a nice orangey. So as you can see, that's a matte as well, and it kind of picked up in the one area and dispersed a bit lightly as I dragged it. I will have to use my other wrist for this purpley burgundy colour, but that is a gorgeous colour. Definitely going to be using that at some point. Again, as a matte, it seems to have stayed as like more of a fingerprint and then dragged down. Again, that could be down to the oils on my fingers at the moment, because I haven't washed them since I cocoa buttered my skin, so it might be the leftover cocoa butter oil kind of passing through. Yeah, so there's a little look into the 39A Dare to Create palette. So overall, in terms of my experience of using the Morphe UK site, I think is absolutely brilliant. I mean, you're not paying any extra by going through Morphe directly compared to if you were to go through a third-party company such as Beauty Bay or Cult Beauty. And you get to be able to use a discount code, so it's a cheaper option for you in terms of getting the 10% off if you use an influencer's code. And every time you have the customs tax and the handling fees as well, it can sometimes add up and end up not really being worth the purchase. So it's quite nice that we get to support our influencers and the people who we appreciate. I will quickly tell you that for me personally, I chose to use the code EDGES at checkout, so EDGES, to support an influencer called Jackie Ina, and you get 10% off if you use that code. I used her code because, as you can see, I'm a melanin girl, and there are not a lot of products that kind of include and support us in the same way that makeup brands include and support those of lighter skin tones. I know obviously we have the Fenty Beauty hype that came out, and I think it's amazing that they had all those shade ranges, and I just kind of want to keep that wave going. And I feel that the work that JadeOhMyGoddard does, and the way that she uses her voice, the way that she represents black men and women within the makeup and beauty community, I think is really important, and that's why I chose to support her. So if you would like to, you can support her using the code EDGES, and I will leave her page linked down below. As I said, I will try and do a look using this palette tomorrow, and try and get it up by the end of this weekend. Might be a little bit later because I'm quite busy. But yeah, so overall, a good 9 out of 10. A good 9 out of 10. I think the only thing I would like to have different is maybe a bit more protection of the product. If they can afford to put this on the bottom, why was it not on the top? Does that make sense? Because with all due respect, you know, I've had items turn up and they're broken. I just don't think that not all, I just don't think that some people who work in the delivery business are that bothered if it gets broken in transit. They don't know what's inside. It could be like a hard object that's not going to break, rather than these soft, delicately pressed eyeshadows. So yeah, I know it's been quite a while since I've been back on YouTube, but either way, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope it was really useful and informational. And if you would like me to answer any other questions about my experience, please feel free to tweet me, Instagram me. Again, I will use those links down below. Feel free to ask me if you have time. And yeah, hopefully I will see you later on in the week. Have a good morning, night, evening, wherever you are. I hope you have a great time, and I will hopefully see you later. Bye.